Hello, everyone. Welcome back. We are
Hello.
Vrock'n'Gnoll, and this is our fifth session of Shadow of the Arcan.
Yeah, it is.
Boom! We made
Sponsored
it.
by the U.S. Treasury Department.
No TPK yet.
Not yet.
Finally investing
not
our
yet.
tax dollars into something worthwhile.
Cool. So, since we don't have announcements yet, I will kick it off with a brief recap of last session. Although you guys did a lot last session, so it's not that brief recap. But here we go. In our last session, the party descended the carved stone stairs they had revealed upon opening this magically sealed door from which the darkness emanated. Upon reaching the bottom, they found themselves in what they soon realized to be a crypt. Tapestries adorned the walls, and although one was ruined, the other bore a depiction of a man in gleaming white armor, standing atop a shattered fortress, wearing a black metal gauntlet, which he was extending towards a swirl of darkness. Mikhail, seemingly out of his mind, dropped the imaginary bundle of straw he had been carrying, where the entire party was shocked to see it actually seemed to exist. Upon opening the sarcophagus in the center, the party found a skeleton, wearing the gleaming white armor from the tapestry, but missing its left arm where the black gauntlet had been. At this time, Mikhail seemed to have recovered his senses somewhat, as much as he ever has, and the straw ceased to exist. Arid then snatched a small stone from the chest of the entombed man, but the darkness, which had previously receded before them, began to crawl its way towards you, emanating from the missing statue and from inside the tomb itself. Fleeing back up the stairs, the party sealed the doors, taking with them the magical lamps used to open the way and checking to see the arcanic instability had been neutralized. Upon exiting the temple, you were shocked to find that the other party you'd been with had gone, and you'd been down in the darkness for at least 2 days. You found the bodies of the cultists stacked and burned, with a note from Mikos, telling you that if you wished to see him before he left for Velitria, he would be in Sanguim. Resting overnight by the banks of the river once more, Eugene was visited by a strange nightmare that left him somewhat shaken, but the party managed to return to Sanguim safely the following day. In town, you approached Dorian in the Stonebright Enchanters, asking questions about Samir and Demiritex. Dorian sadly did not have all the answers you sought, but cheered the party up by purchasing the magical lamps they had brought back in exchange for a bag of holding. The party then separated for the evening at the various places of repose, knowing that in the morning there was still so very much to be done. And that is where we will pick up. The sun is just rising. Arid, you awake at the crack of dawn as you usually do, and even though the sunlight is illusory within the Stonebright Enchanters, it's always at 6:30 sharp. What would you like to do?
Just sits up in his bed and rubs his face. His body is sore, mind just slowly churning. First time back in a soft, comfy bed in what seems to be the better part of a week. He's a bit loath to get out of it. But, as you said, ever an early riser, one prone to getting things done and being productive, and with many questions yet on his mind. Alright, gets up, finds his tunic and pants, and his short-sword sheath, which he throws around his shoulder. His trusty spellbook, which he has on his hip, holstered. Eyes narrowing as he thinks back to the previous evening. he goes in search of Dorian, knowing he's most likely either fixing or sipping his second or third cup of tea.
Indeed, it is true. You are used to seeing Dorian in the central chamber, sitting cross-legged with a magical teapot brewing him tea. But this morning, as you exit, he's not there, and you can hear voices from the shop portion of the establishment.
Figuring he must be busy with a customer. Go back to my room, grab my satchel and cloak, traveling cloak, and peek about near the front just to see who he's dealing with.
You don't quite have a view of the person who's standing at the counter, because the counter is behind a large shelf of various magical oddities that are for sale. But roll a perception check.
Alrighty. I rolled a 15.
15. You hear a voice that sounds somewhat familiar to you. You might recognize the gentle, soft tones of Anita. Dorian, I know that the ruins in the swamp are magical. I was born in the Deus Eb. My mother brought me here. This town was never underwater. And yet there is a layer of mud. It must be those ruins. But Mikos won't let me go. I do not blame him. He sees you as something of a daughter, no? From what I understand, anyway, from what you have told me. If I had a daughter, I would not wish to, or a son for that matter, I would not wish to send them alone. Well, I suppose that's true. But something should be done.
While they're conversing, Arid, recognizing Anita's voice, is going to check in with Everest, who, as is customary, whenever he retires for the evening, circles about and keeps an eye on things, rests in a nest that she's cultivated over the months that Arid has resided at Dorian's. Specifically, Everest is looking for Mikos and Davos. See if they're in the area.
Is Everest's nest on the inside of the building, in the illusory sky, or outside the building, in the real sky?
Outside in the real sky.
Okay. You can roll a perception check with advantage for... Are you doing it through... Are you looking through her eyes, or are you just asking her to?
I am asking, but she would need to then look as well.
Right, so roll a perception check for her then. We'll use her perception stat. With advantage.
Alright. Was I supposed to click the plus DM or the re-roll?
You can do it either way. The plus will roll it with advantage and then automatically...
Oh, I see.
But
got it.
Whichever way is fine.
For the cast, I rolled a 13.
A 13. You don't see them anywhere. You're used to the streets being somewhat empty in Sanguim these days, although in your youth you remember it being a somewhat bustling place. But you don't spot anyone that seems to be around, and the few that you do seem to be commoners, certainly not a giant of a man bearing a giant war axe or warhammer.
Gotcha. Not seeing them around. Arid takes a step forth from around the corner. Pardon, I overheard you had an interest, Miss Anita, in going to Deosu Crags. Is that what brings you about this morning?
Ah.
Good to see you again, milady.
You as well. Is
Oh.
your whole party here, or is it just you?
We made it back. Thank you for your hand in that. Just of no small aid. I have your dagger, I think. Or perhaps Mikos's. I would return it to you.
She takes a step towards you and takes it very lightly from your outstretched hand. And looks like goes, I am not the one with daggers, but I will give it to him with your regards.
Gotcha. Just a cutting wit then. Please do, and thank you. You know, there's been some talk amongst me and the rest of the fellows who made it back. I've gone to the Deus Prax.
Oh, I am
Yes.
from the Deus Ab, but if you overheard the conversation, I am talking about the swamp, the Fenmire Marsh, to the south.
Yeah. Forgive me, I didn't quite catch all of it.
It is nothing to forgive.
They are dangerous.
The swamp
But-
is very dangerous. I used to walk it when it was a forest. It was beautiful then. Now it is festering. Something's not normal about that place.
I understand what it's like to come back to a changed environment and be denied a resolution to a mystery. If you plan on being in Sanguim for a while, I could go with you and help uncover the mystery of the swamp.
Well, that... Roll an insight check for me.
Sure. Roll a 17. He's
17.
looking over her face quite carefully.
She is normally quite pale, but you think you see a little bit of color just sort of creep into her cheeks. And she seems to be at somewhat of a loss for words. But Dorian steps just from the back room carrying a small case that he'd been fetching for her. It sounds like an excellent idea, but perhaps it would be best, if you are going to the swamp, to bring more than just the two of you. Perhaps Nikos and Davidos? And the other rest of the party that you had assembled.
It sounds a grand idea to me, especially if it's as dangerous as we've been speaking about.
Well, far be it for me. Here you are, my dear. And he sets the case down and opens it, and you see laying parallel to each other about 5 or 6 arrows in there, just as you ordered.
Aaron's gonna take a peek and see if he recognizes them.
Roll an Arcana check for me.
15.
15. Definitely enchanted. Very clearly arrows made for her longbow. But you notice that Dorian has the capability to bring in or make some pretty high-tech, quote-unquote, arrows made of specific types of wood, arrows made of banded metal and so forth. For those, generally he would refer to them as war arrows, arrows for slaying people in armor and so forth. These are not those. These are relatively simple in design. The wood looks to be pine, but fresh pine, so that it's a little bit springy. And the arrowheads are simple iron. Nothing too crazy. And Anita looks at, that is perfect. Thank you, Dorian. It is very much appreciated, as always. And she takes a small pouch from her side and places it on the table, and you can hear the rattle of gold coins.
Any ideas to the nature of the enchantment?
Not that you would imagine. You know that Dorian can produce quite a few different types of enchantments that would be suitable for an arrow, but there are arrows that can work like flares. When you fire them in the air, they create a bright light. There are arrows that are good for dragon slaying, although there aren't really any dragons in the area, at least none reported. None that anyone sighted. People do tend to see them. They are quite big dragons, although you've never encountered one before. But it could really be any type of enchantment.
Neat. I see you all armed up, ready to get up to more mischief with Mikos and Davos then?
Well, they want to go to Velitria. I don't like it there.
To sell some wares, or?
There is an auction coming, and Mikos found that chair. He thinks it's valuable, and he's usually right.
Well, where are your comrades anyway? Stay in one of the inns?
They camped on the outside of town last night, but this morning they said they were headed into the Dragul Inn.
Well, as it happens, I'm on my way there as well. Would you like to walk with me?
With a 17 from before, the blush is back. It's just, I would be glad for the company.
Me as well. Shall we?
Of course. And she steps towards the door. She's a little flustered, and as you go, you catch a glimpse of Dorian, who's just leaning on the counter and goes, gives you a wink. A very obvious wink.
Air just smiles and gives no obvious sign one way or the other to Dorian, paying attention to his new charge as they make their way to the Dragul Inn.
Okay.
Anita, as you and the fellows were resting outside of town, by the way, I don't suppose you heard any mischief going on in the evening? Any further robberies and catch sight of anything unusual?
Mischief? Not that we saw.
There's been a thief running about.
Oh, indeed?
Sounds like they're up to no good.
Well, none that I saw, and I am usually the one on watch.
That's why I ask. You've got the sharpest eyes I think I've possibly ever encountered.
Well, she points up towards Everest, who is following you, just lazily on the wind, no flapping, just quietly soaring behind you. Perhaps hers are better than mine.
Maybe a bit. And with that, Arid just makes small talk as they make the rest of the way to the Dragul Inn.
Okay. Mel, Eugene, Mikhail. It's morning. It's probably around 6:45, 7 o'clock. The sun is up and is rising over the Red Lake.
Precisely 6:48 a.m.
Somehow, Eugene just didn't wake up and had to roll a new character. I'm kidding with you. I'm kidding with you. That's really dark.
Wisps of black smoke trail from his lips.
Yes, it is precisely 6:48 as you awaken. You're each in your individual rooms. Mikhail, you may be downstairs unless you decided to take a room last night.
The boy paid for me, I thought.
Yes, he did offer. I didn't know if you took
Yep.
it or not.
Eugene paid for it. I always take charity. When he...
Okay. You awake in your individual rooms. What are you doing?
How did I sleep? Did I have any more nightmares or just a normal sleep this time?
It was a normal sleep. No nightmares, at least none that you can remember. because Keen Mind doesn't apply to when you're sleeping. But you awake feeling... You know that feeling when you get a perfect 8 hours sleep and you wake up tired? That feeling.
Mm-hmm.
But for all intents and purposes, you have achieved a long rest.
Right. What time is it? Oh, 6:48. Alright. I didn't oversleep for once. I'm gonna get up, kind of groggy. Just grab my backpack and open my door and kind of look around down the hall. See, do I see anybody else?
It's possible.
Does the door squeak?
Mel, roll a perception check. Or what's your passive perception, Mel?
Oh, good question. Passive perception.
This is the cheaper end, so you would think that the doors would squeak.
Doesn't mean he heard it, though.
True.
Where's passive perception
Just to
listed?
get a perception.
Is it just your normal perception?
13?
13, I guess? 10 plus 3?
Yeah, unless you have a feat that allows you to add proficiency, which I don't think you have.
No, I don't.
Okay.
13.
Yeah, you hear slight noise from outside your room.
I
don't see anyone
close
else
my
up.
eyes again,
Okay, yeah.
then open them, and sit up.
I'll go to Mel's room if it's closest to me, or whoever's room is close to me, and knock on the door. Hello? Oh. It's made my dog freak out. Hello? It's time to wake up. We've got an adventure to go on. And I'm gonna go downstairs.
So loud.
Do I hear that? on the walls thin?
What's
this
your
motel?
passive perception? Probably high.
Probably pretty high. Perception skill. Wait, where am I seeing this?
I'm guessing it's an 18.
16.
16, okay. Yeah, you would hear that, for sure. You recognize the voice of Eugene in the morning as he exits and casually bangs on Melchizedek's door as he passes.
I hear Melchizedek say so loud, and well, at least you got a morning wake-up call.
Do I hear that?
Yeah. I'm not going to make you keep rolling. I'm not going to make you roll to hear someone say something in conversation.
I can hear Melchizedek say that, and I match the volume up what I presume is the volume.
Eugene comes running back. Oh my god, I forgot Mikhail! Mikhail, wake up! Time to start our adventure! Let's get some food!
I get up and I roll up my bedroll, which I always put on top of my mattress. Does the room have a window?
Yours does, yeah. Not all the rooms do. Mikhail's does not. Eugene's does not. Yours does, however, probably because Boris likes you.
Long-term resident.
Mm-hmm.
Look out. It's the weather.
It's cloudy. The sun has risen and you can see it, but there is a layer of haze over the Deusab, so the light is somewhat filtered and a little washed out as it hits the window. No rain, though.
Collect my things, make my way downstairs.
As you descend, I assume as you open the door, you meet up with Eugene, although Mikhail still may be abed. As you exit and enter the hallway and move towards the stairs, you can hear from beneath you, No way he's going to eat another one. No chance. And then you hear a voice you recognize. Believe me, friend, that is a bet you would lose. Just watch this. No. How? Where does he put it all? You just hear a grunting sound. I've never seen anyone eat 2 whole sides of beef before. Never. Not in my entire life.
I think I know what is going on down there. I say to Eugen, as we're about to descend the stairs.
Wait, are they having some sort of eating contest or something? That sounds pretty cool to watch. Let's
It's
get down there.
Davidos.
Oh
The treasure
yeah,
hunter.
Davidos and Nikos.
And
Those
his-
guys are awesome. Let's go.
As you descend,
You
you
know,
find...
you are a very excitable young wizard.
You do indeed see, sitting near the hearth, but not too close to it, at one of the tables, although Davidos takes up an entire side of that table, Mikos, sitting across from the very large figure of Davidos, who has 2 serving platters, not plates, serving platters in front of him, both of which are empty. There is still some jus lying in the plate, however.
Did we miss it? I'm gonna walk out.
Fancy seeing you here. And Mikos gives you a big smile. Morning, morning. Welcome, welcome. I'm afraid there's no beef left if that's what you wanted for breakfast.
We know these guys.
Yes, yes, indeed we have met. And fought together. It was a good experience, and I believe we agreed to have a drink. But it is early in the morning for beer, I think, so whiskey for me.
6:54 is too early to drink. Or whatever time it is.
I mean,
That's
yeah,
okay.
it's 6:54.
I'm joking.
It's whatever time you say it is.
I know.
Um,
Just want to keep messing with it. All right, yeah. I mean, I don't really drink, but I think you're right. I think it's much too early for alcohol. But
You don't
such a adventurous day ahead of us.
You don't drink. You are an adventurer. You do not drink?
Oh, am I supposed to? Is that what adventurers do? I'm gonna look back
Of
at
course.
Melchizedek. Do you drink?
Only on the night before a battle.
That's a spirit. Every good warrior I've ever known drinks a lot, and always in my establishment.
Seems that business is looking up for you, my friend.
Well, I'll tell you what would be better. If the townsfolk had work. This place used to be a hub of activity. Always Shields of Hakkan in here. Now they don't come anymore. They've had to downsize, you know. No taxes. No taxes. Who pays the guard? That's what rumor says, anyway.
Maybe we could help Sanguim get back on its feet somehow, together as a group. You know, if we all put our minds together.
This is not precisely my line of work, friend. I'm not the philanthropic sort.
I mean, okay. I thought that's what you were getting to. I thought that's what you were like getting at, you know. But if you don't want us to help Sanguim, it's fine.
I did not say that you should not, if you feel the desire to do so. But I work for coin.
As do
Of
I.
course. That's right. Melchizedek loves coins. And it's funny because Mikhail actually doesn't like coins at all. He gives them away, huh, Mikhail?
Mikhail hasn't joined you yet.
Oh, he's not here yet. When you see him, though, it's weird. They're like opposites.
I consider
that's-
myself to be an excellent charity case. Perhaps he should give me his coins.
He might. He might. He's a really nice guy. A little weird, though.
Yes. That I will agree with. Sorry about the cultist, by the way. I'm a little protective when it comes to Anita. Not that she needs it, but he did try to stab her, so.
I turn to Mikos and I say, I'm glad you survived. But where is Anita?
Oh, she had some business with... Oh, I cannot remember the fellow's name. High elf, very regal. Enchanter, lives on the western side of town. Yes.
Dorian!
Yes,
We
that
know
is
him
the fellow.
too!
Dorian, that's correct. She went there this
Yeah.
morning. She
Small
doesn't
world,
like bombs.
Small town. Ah.
Relatively, yes. Which is why we must leave it soon. And go to Velitria. There is more work there. And people will buy
Velitria?
our goods.
That's where I'm from. You guys want to go to Velitria? Oh, for the auction.
There.
That does make sense. People come far and wide for that.
And believe me, Mr. Aurelius, I know where you are from.
That's right. Well, I guess we could maybe go with you, and I don't know, maybe my father could help you sell your chair.
He
Kind of busy, though.
I somehow do not think that the right hand of the Grand Council has any interest in helping me sell a chair.
Yeah, you're probably right about that. Well, I don't know. I'm just trying to be helpful.
I do appreciate it.
If you
And perhaps
If
I
you want
will
us to
name
go
drop
with
you
you.
if anyone decides to steal a purse, for example, and gets caught.
Okay, sure. You could show him the letter. I'll write you a letter saying, I'm Eugene, I know Nikos, he's a good guy, and I'll sign it.
I would gladly take it.
Alright, I'll write you a letter. I'll pull out my little notebook and rip out a page and say, Nikos is a very awesome dude and he protected me in battle. He should be forgiven, or he should be, not forgiven, sorry. He should be given any niceties, I don't know, better word, that I would receive. Signed, Eugene Aurelius.
He just he takes it from your hand and reads it. Fascinating. He folds it in half and quarters and tucks it inside his breastplate, his leather breastplate. Well,
Nice.
We're not leaving just yet. Anita has some fool idea about investigating ruins to the south. I have told her she is not allowed to go. Because it is dangerous there. Or so I have heard. But she is insistent upon it, so I must try and talk her out of it before we go.
I mean, I really think Anita is really wise and might be onto something. Maybe we should hear her out, see what her plan is.
Anita is perhaps wise in her own way. She is wise when surrounded by forests and trees and nature. But danger is not a thing she understands. Not the real danger.
Yeah, I don't really know much
She's
about
quite
real
young.
danger either, so...
She's quite young. An excellent shot. And she never hesitates. But young. It would be probably about this time that you would hear the door open behind you, and you would see Erid and a slim figure that you would recognize as Anita.
And so I said to him, I don't have enough gold even to pay attention.
It is an alien concept to me, gold. Like
Should
you
that be an
operating in
alien
trade.
concept at all? Oh, Barda.
Hmm.
Do tell.
Perhaps later. Mikos, Davidos, and
Yeah,
Anita!
Nice to see you again, Eugene.
Gents?
Hey, Aaron.
I'm glad you could join us. We were finishing breakfast. He gestures to the plates in front of Davidos. Since
More precisely, Davidos was finishing everyone's breakfast.
this is usually the way it goes. Davidos looks at you with this sort of hurt expression, Mel. And goes, That.
Don't worry, I wasn't hungry.
Oh, I've got eggs if you're hungry. Side of bacon too.
I'll take some.
All right, that's one. How many eggs you want?
Oh, I'll actually take a plate as well if you got the extra.
All right, 2 eggs each.
Please.
Yeah,
No?
can you make it look like a smiley face? With the eggs
Roll
and
a-
the bacon?
Persuasion check.
I swear
Aaron
it
is
makes
visibly
it
shaking his
taste
head like, what in the hells?
It's like my mom used to make it.
Yeah, Boris has
Yeah.
this confused look on his face, like, how old are you?
I
Eugene,
got a 5.
If
You
you,
got
had
a
like a
5?
potato, you could put it in the middle for a nose, maybe.
Boris just looks at you with this still confused face and goes, no. And shuffles off towards the back room.
Eugene,
Just kidding.
how old are you?
Look,
You
I know
don't
it's something
mind.
little kids do, but I swear it makes it taste better. And it distributes well on the plate when you break the yolks. It covers half a yolk, and you can do it in quarters.
Mhm.
You can do 1 quarter yolk, and
Eugene,
then you can open up the
it
other
was-
quarter yolk.
A very simple question.
I'm
How-
interested too, actually.
I'm 17 years old, okay?
17 years old.
Young
Yeah.
man.
All right.
Well, yeah. I'm on an adventure, aren't I? I graduated college. I am a young man.
Mikos reaches across the table and taps Davidos on the arm. Goes, college. You went to college, right? Davidos goes,
Aaron smirks, but at the same time sympathizes with Eugene. Listen, Eugene. Just stick close to me, alright? If you plan on going on any adventures, or Melchizedek over there. Doubt your parents would enjoy hearing news of your untimely demise at such a young age.
especially his parents.
Who are your parents?
My parents? Well, my
Where?
dad. They're in Velitria. Well, my dad lives in the city. My mother lives in Somerset, a couple days' travel away, at a farm. You see, my dad is forgetting his first name for some stupid reason.
Simon.
Simon.
Simon, yeah. My dad is Simon Aurelius. He's the leader of the right hand of the council. Real military guy, real tough guy, really respected in town.
Everyone
My
can roll a
mom-
history check.
She's more simple. Anyway, they didn't want me to raise up in all the hustle bustle of the city.
Advantage.
So I
Yeah,
stayed
roll
out.
with disadvantage.
You know,
Sorry, go ahead, Eugene.
That's fine. So I lived out on the farm in Somerset with my mom. So I'm from Velitria, but I didn't really spend a lot of time there except for when I'd visit my dad on occasion or, well, when I went to school. Other than that, though, I pretty much grew up in Somerset. But yeah, my dad. Simon Aurelius.
DM
My
would,
mom, you wouldn't know her.
with a roll of 10, would Arid know the name?
No, you wouldn't know the name Simon Aurelius. You would know about the right hand of the Grand Council. They are generally the guard force of the city and also the military for the city-state. And you've just been told that Eugene's father is their, essentially, general. He's the leader of that guard force.
Of Litria.
Of Elytria. Yeah, the city-state. It's officially referred to as the right hand of the Grand Council.
Eugene, does your father know you're here?
Yeah, he gave me his blessing. He wanted me to... Well, he wanted me to be part of the right hand at one point. He wanted me to be a warrior. But once I went to college and I graduated... Well, I found another calling to go learn more about things outside of Elytria. Things that I couldn't learn in Elytria. And, well, I told him I needed to go, and he gave me his blessing. And he gave me this. And I hold out my wand. So, it's not that he wanted me to go, but I told him I was going, that he supported it.
Arid, you would be familiar with such things. The wand he's holding is of silvery metal, and it's plain except for a arcana crystal. A small one, but a nice one implanted in its base.
That's a nice wand you have there. Enchanted.
Yeah, it's pretty awesome. Do you want to see what I can do? Should I show you guys?
Oh, wait.
No.
Just a moment.
Listen,
Okay.
Eugene. Common displays of magic are not tolerated at all in most cities.
I know.
Especially a backwoods town like Sanguim. Right?
That's
You
how it
and
is
I
in
can discuss
Elytria,
these
too.
things outside the confines of any town walls. But for now, I'd appreciate it if you try and keep your abilities, as fantastic as they are, quiet. And I intend to do the same. No one else
Everywhere
here
I go,
knows.
people try and stifle me. What else is new?
Alright,
Fine.
It's not to be stifled. We used to travel with a mage. And you see Anita kind of goes like this as if, oh no, he's telling this story again. But not in like a, God, he's such a liar way, in like a, I really don't want to hear this story again way. Chundar was a good man. One day, we were in the ruins and he cast a spell. Died. On the spot. Spell misfired. Just saying. It's dangerous.
Listen, Eugene. Just in the towns. Alright?
I get you. I know. I'm sorry. I guess I've just been really excited recently. My life was, well, books, pretty much. This is the most excitement I've seen in pretty much my whole life, so sorry if I'm getting a little carried away.
Nothing to apologize for. Just keep quiet and I'll tell you what. If you'd like to compare notes, we can talk about it. I know a thing or two, as I mentioned. Maybe we can learn from each other.
I thought I saw you cast a spell. Must say, it caught me by surprise.
I don't like to talk about it.
Oh wait, we can't talk about it.
Fair enough.
We'll talk about it later.
Hey, I know how to keep a secret.
You know, there is something I would like to talk about. I came to this town searching for something important to me. Found some clues, but not enough to lead me in one direction or the other. This thing is important to me, and what I would not give was some sign as to where I should go and what I should do to get that which I am searching for. Now, it has come to my attention that a friend of yours has come across such a sign for her own personal quest. And it sounds like you've some resistance to pursuing the lead. Why is that? Why would you deny following up on something that could reveal information?
It's not the information I'm afraid of. It's where it's located. We do not do magic. We avoid magical areas, and that swamp is entirely magical. I do not like that sort of place. Strange things happen in places like that.
Well, looking for you. You know a few people that know a thing or two about magic.
I do not wish to discuss this anymore. We will go to Vilitria. Anita, you will come with us. And you see, Anita just sort of goes like this. Okay. She doesn't say it, but she just kind of nods. And that's all I'll hear on the matter.
Well, far be it from me to tell you where you and yours are to go. But should you change your mind, know that I'd be willing to help.
We appreciate that. But the swamp is not our destination. Vilitria is. We leave probably tomorrow. Unless we can find something in the area that's worth exploring that won't kill us. But I have had no leads. Boris here has not told me anything new. So, Vilitria in the morning.
DM, we heard about bandits in the Deus Ex Crags, correct?
You did, yeah.
Well, Makos, we've seen what you can do, a bit of your handiwork. I have an itch to try and deal with the problem Sanguim's come across, and that is bandits. I've been raiding from coming down from the Deus Ex Crags. You could use your company if you're headed that way. Anyway.
We are headed south. There are no ancient ruins to be pilfered where the bandits are.
No.
None we know of, anyway.
Perhaps a small reward from the Shields of Hakkan, or share of any findings we come across.
You do say very nice things.
So I've been told.
Speaking of, has anyone seen Lydia this morning?
Stormed by here, actually, now that you mention it. In a huff. Came from the south. That's where she lives, you know. She house down by the southern gate. She came up this way, stormed past, took a left. Probably headed for the barracks.
Did she not say she would meet us here? Or that was the guard?
Some strange things afoot. All I know is another robbery.
I think we should check in with her first. She will want to hear a report.
Yes, and you're going to want to get paid. I'm assuming she offered to pay you.
Bows a little bit.
Yeah.
He, at this point, comes in and sets the plates down. He's made 3, even though you didn't say you wanted any, Mel. He just put one that's a little bit lighter than the other 2 in front of you, because he knows you don't eat very much.
I nod in gratitude.
Arid sits on the end of the communal bench, takes the plate, quickly attacks his meal. You may notice he takes a little piece of bacon and slides it into a little pocket, saving it for Everest.
Pocket bacon.
Pocket bacon. Yeah.
Gotta have pocket bacon.
I see this is a tradition in this part of the world as well.
I see you
It
are
had
a
a
man
different
of culture
name.
as well.
It had a different name in the Zudani Empire.
You're gonna have
but
to
yes.
dream up something.
Yes.
Yeah, this pocket bacon and Zudani.
I don't know, you tell me.
It's about this time while the party's eating, Mikhail finally comes downstairs.
Oh. All this time I
My mouth full.
thought he died of old age.
It would be a blessing. And as he silently comes up to the table and sits, not sits, but takes his like Rakshana pose next to the table, at one of the ends. Well, I see you've all had a productive morning. Forgive me for being late. When you get so old, you need a little bit more rest. What have we discussed now? And he
I
pulls a
believe the
ration
mercenary
out of his bag and begins to eat the ration.
needs to go get paid.
Last night, me and the boy were drinking by the fire and heard about an animal infestation as well. He takes those bag rations. Seems like there's lots to do. Glad to be all together again.
Okay. You finish your breakfasts. Morning passes in relative comfort. At some point, Mikos stands and beckons Davidos and Anita. Says, "Well, we have some shopping to do. But if we do not see you before we leave on the morrow, I wish you the best of luck. Look us up in Vilitria. We'll have a drink there too."
That sounds good, Mikos. Appreciate your company. Kind words and advice. Safe trip to you all.
To you
Big
as
guy.
well.
Anita.
It was nice to meet you. She says
as well.
that directly at you, Arid. But she then glances to the rest of the party and gives a little nod to everyone else.
Mikhail gives him a slight elbow, like, to the side, like, pushing him forward slightly. Yeah, she likes you.
You know the thing
It's a
about wood
perception.
elves? We have very good hearing. And she just exits.
I know.
You're killing me, old man.
That was so awkward.
And that from Eugene.
It's a blessing to be adored by a woman. You should be proud of yourself.
You know, I was for a half a minute there. And then some old man nudged me in the ribs.
Only to
Right.
congratulate you.
Thank you. We'll see if we ever run into them again. They're all interesting.
You know, where I'm from, there was a term for that. Called it cock blocking.
I'll have to remember that one.
I don't understand. What does that mean?
Never mind. Eugene, you get the sense that Boris is a very crude individual. Although he's good-hearted, he's not the most forward-thinking in the world.
Yeah.
I hope you all don't mind if I accompany you to visit with Lydia. I realize my part in all this is over, but I'd like to see it through to its completion, if you don't mind the company.
The one part of the reward is yours.
No,
You did the work.
it wasn't my contract. I appreciate that. I came at Dorian's behest, and glad I did, but the contract was yours.
Fair is fair, my friend.
Yeah, you
we
gotta
set out
split it with
together.
us.
We fought together. We returned together. You should share in our profits.
All right. Well, thank you. It's mighty kind of you to consider my contribution, and I appreciate it.
You could have
though
Mikhail's
not necessarily.
contribution. Betrayal's part. Mikhail's part. Ugh.
Why would I be giving away my part then, boy?
I thought you didn't like money. You always seem to be like giving it away or like begging for it. Oh, maybe you do like money. Actually, hold on.
It would be good and right to give money away to those who need it more, but you need to collect the money in order to do that. You see, I hope Dorian and trust Dorian to do well with it. But I also need some to pass around and to live on my own.
Well, that makes sense. I don't really understand religious people very well, to be honest. I learned all about the pantheon and all of the paragons, but it doesn't really make sense to me.
I
So-
suppose the learning's the wrong route. It is not of teaching that drives me. I just have a bit of sympathy for the ones who need it. Suppose that's religion. Suppose that's good nature. It would be up to someone other than me to survive, to surmise.
Well, all right then. I'll give you some of my money, Dorian, and maybe we could all give him a little bit. Let's do it that way.
No, that's all right.
I mean,
I'll hang on
Aaron.
to my portion. I see, Eugene. I appreciate consideration. Well, why don't we go and find out? Also, I'm mighty curious to hear what's been going on in this town. There's been trouble, gents. All these thieving.
Right. Do you think
It's
it has
not
to do with
normal
the
for
bandits?
Sanguim. I can't rightly say. This doesn't normally happen. It's a small town. People know each other. Not prone to trying to rob each other. This is very peculiar. I'm
Well,
anxious
we heard
to
there
hear.
were bandits somewhere sort of nearby. Could they be traveling in and stealing things in the night?
I have no right idea, but I think it sounds like Lydia might know more. If you're all of a mind to go and ask her.
Yes, let us go to her.
All right.
Assuming you're done with breakfast, I don't mean to interrupt.
I finished. I hand
Well
my
done.
plate to Boris.
I arranged my eggs in, into a smiley face anyway.
Did you finish them? Or is there still a smiley face
Yeah.
on your face? Okay.
No, I ate most of it. I left a little bit of scraps at the end.
Oh,
but,
Oh, I
yeah.
see. It's a smiley face.
No, Eugene is the kind of breakfaster who scrapes the not fully cooked white off of the eggs before eating them.
Me!
What a joyous thing that is. Where did you learn to do that? That's amazing.
Isn't it awesome? My mom showed it to me. I swear it makes it taste better.
I should like to meet her then. Have a plate of my own one day.
Must say, all food cooked by your mother always tastes better. You see, kind of has a sad look on his face.
Yeah, so does Arid.
So does Melchizedek.
Everyone just gets real, like, droll for a sec.
Actually, wait, well, time heals all wounds, my friend. You learn to take up the mantle, as it were. And I sort of offer a comforting, like, look, you know, like one of, like, not of sadness necessarily, but like of understanding.
Yeah, Eugene's sort of acknowledging, like, oh, wow, I guess I'm privileged in more ways than I realize. Like, I have both my parents and they love me and yada yada, like, taking stock of that.
Yeah, Boris listens to Mikhail's words, and he, you know, in all honesty, Boris thinks that Mikhail is insane. But Mikhail's used to that sort of thing. But Boris kind of realizes that even though Mikhail's insane, maybe he has some understanding of humanity at the same time. Right, well, you're headed to the barracks. You're going to want to go out this front door, take a left, walk down to the docks, and then take a left. Can't miss it once you know it's there. Mel, you know it is, right?
Of course. It's always good to know where your employer can be found. Especially when you're done with work.
Don't know why, but that sounded frightening. Right, all right.
The young wizard says I love coin, but he's wrong. I just dislike being poor. And I hate putting my
Wise
stuff in my bag.
With that in mind, I'll be 3 silver for breakfast.
I pony up 1 silver.
Right. I'll go in. Make sure everything's all right outside. See you all in a minute.
All right.
Arid flips a silver coin on his way out onto the table.
Nice.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll put a silver coin out as well.
Appreciate your business. He steps back and around. Okay. As you exit into the street, it's quiet as it usually is. Not many people. There's a guard presence that you see a little bit further down, but they're not clustered around a building or anything. They're just sort of walking past each other in regular patrols, as they usually do. The day is yours.
As Arid walks outside, looks around, he whistles,
See,
hand in the air.
over the building, the beautiful form of Everest against the morning sky, and with a screech, lands lightly, actually, on your hand.
Hey, girl. Hey. Good to see you.
She sort of ruffles her feathers.
Got a little something for you.
She cocks her head to the side.
Oh, man. Ah, there it is. He's sort of playing as if he doesn't know exactly where it is. And she knows. And Arid always puts his little morsels fall in the same place. There you are. Mind my fingers last time you got close. All right?
She cocks her head to the side again, and like darts forward, very, very close to your fingers. It's closer to your fingers this time than it was last time, and nabs it out of your grasp.
Someone is a little feisty. Are you jealous? Don't worry about her. You'll always be my favorite. Mwah! All right, get out of there.
With a screech.
Tosses her into the air.
And back off into the sky. It's a short walk. Mel, you're pretty well acquainted with the directions from the Dogwell Inn where you live.
Yeah.
So
I set off at a brisk pace.
okay.
Oh, too quickly there. I know I got the directions, but I'm losing you in the crowd. Sarcastically.
You arrive without much fuss. The guardhouse itself is a large and imposing sort of building. It's comprised of 3 floors, the lowest of which is made of mortared stone, and has a very sturdy, if a little bit haphazard look to it. The 2 floors above are balconied, and they're constructed from wood that appears to be well weathered, if slightly less so than the stone of the first floor itself. There's a large door that looks as if it's big enough to fit a cart in the front of it, and it's currently closed.
The door is closed, you said?
Yeah, but you can hear activity on the other side. Muffled voices and moving around.
Is it only the one door? The one big door? Or is there
Yeah.
another?
There's one big
Second
door
door.
and no windows
Door?
on the first
Yeah.
floor. There are windows on the second floor, but there's
Walks up. Pounds on the door.
the door just opens slightly as you pound on it.
Guess we can see ourselves in. After you, O. Aird opens the door, gestures for them to go on in.
Inside, the first thing you see is a series of Shields of Hakkan who are not facing you. They're facing the other way. And the well-armored, well-armed person of Lydia, who is addressing these Shields of Hakkan. Remember, be safe, be vigilant. If you see anything suspicious, sound the alarm. For fuck's sake, don't engage by yourself. If it really is blood magic, and I'm not entirely convinced that it is, trust me, you'll be glad for backup. Ah, you have returned. It is good to see you back. And she pushes past the guards. She's walking towards you.
Stands in the back, arms folded, just waiting for Melchizedek to say something.
We have news from our mission beyond the swamps.
I take it was a success. I have had a missive this morning from the Blackwatch Order. They have said that the anomaly is gone. So, I do not know what it is you did, but it worked.
Yes.
I suppose you're here to be paid.
Gloria's advice was most helpful.
She's beckoning to you and stepping towards a stairway that's built into the back of the large stone chamber. You can see in this stone chamber that the walls on the inside are also of that sort of haphazard mortared stone. And there are, at various points, stakes that are driven into the floor, metal stakes that have been sawed, but they still sort of stick out of the floor a little bit. You're not sure exactly why. But there is a stairway in the back leading up to the second floor, and that's where Lydia is going now.
I follow. I say, there were cultists amidst the ruins, as I reported to you. We fought them and defeated them.
Good. I'm alright with dead cultists. And she opens the door at the top, and then with a... It's not a well-made structure. It's mostly built for sturdiness, not necessarily... It's function over fashion, right? These are relatively simple folk, and they know that they need to be imposing in order to keep order, or at least that's what they believe. And the door kind of just opens with and she pushes it out of the way.
The cultists were many, and they had deadly wizards amongst them. It took the might of all you see here and more to overcome them.
What is it they were doing in the ruins?
Performance
They
of
were-
They
strange
didn't
rituals.
exactly tell us, but they were interested in this building where the disturbance lay before we removed it.
What was it? Disturbance. What was the disturbance? What caused it?
As Master Dorian suggested, there was perhaps one of the wizards amongst us could speak to it, but some kind of arcanic disturbance which was detected by his device.
They were trying to break down some sort of door with an arcane battering ram of some kind. The battering ram itself got absorbed or vanished in by some magical means.
And
And
it
then
was.
we
But I
stepped-
think
Go ahead, please.
I think this battering ram was the disturbance. It is gone now.
So you destroyed the battering ram, and the disturbance is gone. This is good
It
news.
destroyed itself.
Either way, you will be paid. And she reaches under her desk and opens a very hefty drawer. You're on the second floor now. There's a door out to the balcony, and it's not a beautiful space, but it's comfortable enough. And there's a window, and she has a little bit of seating outside if she wants to use it, although you get the feeling she never does. And the desk is heavy and probably made of oak, and it's also built to be imposing when she has a suspect that she's talking to in the room. And she just
Shines a
opens...
light spell right in their eyes.
Say once again?
She shines a light spell,
Light
right
spell.
in their eyes.
Do you know why
Where
you're
were
here?
you?
Goes all Jack Bauer on him. She opens
Hey, my friend's gonna
the
calm down.
desk. There's a heavy part of the desk underneath that just sort of swings open, and she reaches in and pulls out a small pouch with that's tied shut, and it looks like it's made of leather. And it's relatively heavy, actually. It looks, although it's tiny in her hands. And she just places it down and goes, "Please, that is for you. Unless you don't want it, then I'll just take it back."
Mel, why don't you grab
Mel.
it and we'll split it later?
Yeah, Mel takes the pouch.
Okay.
Thank you, Lydia.
I counted it myself.
I hope we
300
can be
gold.
of service to you in the future.
Actually, you can be of service to me right now.
Words I like to hear.
Hey, and what would you have us do?
Another adventure?
Sorry, horn in the background. Lydia blows her nose into a handkerchief. A few nights ago, before you returned, a caravan was passing down the road from the north. They reported a disturbance of some kind in an old smeltery that has not been used for months now, since there is no iron. I sent a squadron of soldiers yesterday. There's a dead body inside. As far as I can tell, it looks ritualistic.
Cultists.
Are you talking about the mine that was owned by Soldanis?
Soldanis didn't own the mine. He owned the smeltery. Which mine are you speaking of?
I'm not sure. I overheard a couple of folks talking about sort of a mine closed and nearby, and I had a hankering that it might have been related.
Yes. It was Soldanis' building in which the body was found, but it has been closed for many years. No, not many years. Sorry. The various mines have been closed for many years on the western side. In the in the Twisted Crags. But the Banded House Smeltery is the one you're talking about. It is owned by a man named Soldanis, and he lives here in town. That is where the body is. I have not done any of the investigative work yet, because my people are not suited to it, and it is not really what I do. I wish to know, is it blood magic? That's all I wish to know. If you happen to find evidence that will help me apprehend the killer, all the better.
You said, sorry, Lydia, ma'am, the body was found here in Soldanis' home here, or in the smeltery?
In smeltery, yes. The Soldanis, by all accounts, has not left his house except to go to the potion shop and back for better part of 3 months now. But it could easily have been him, for all we know.
I see.
All right.
I've never heard of this thing
You
called
said-
blood magic.
Yeah. Well, what do you know about blood magic?
Eugen, I thought you were educated in these matters. Have you never heard of the thing?
Of course I've heard of it. But they don't talk about it much, so I'm curious what you know.
They don't talk about it much for a good reason. It is brutal. It brings monstrosities into this world. Monstrosities that kill people. They are unholy, impure. You are
But-
aware that the Shields of Hakkan kills blood mages. If this was blood magic and it was caused by a blood mage living in Sanguim, that blood mage is as good as dead.
How far away is it to the smeltery?
I've arranged for a squad of soldiers. They have already gone out there. They were the ones who found it. And they will take you back if you wish to take this job. 500 gold. If you apprehend the
I think
killer.
we should take it. That's a lot of gold.
200 if you confirm.
200?
200 if you confirm that it is blood magic, or that you confirm that it is not. Just if you find evidence. I will pay you 500 in total if you can tell me the identity of the killer. And do me one more favor. Don't involve my people in this. May come as a surprise to you, or maybe not, and she gestures to you, Aaron. My people are guards. They do not know how to fight blood magic. Or vampires. There are very few of us who have ever fought an aberration before. I've never faced a greater vampire or a blood mage. An aberration I have killed. But that is a different story entirely. My people guard gates and break up tavern brawls. They do not know how to kill a blood mage.
So you're saying this magic can call forth terrifying beings?
I have never seen it in practice, but we have stories of it doing so from back when this town was founded.
I'm interested in solving this problem for you. Not going to speak for the rest of the group, though. Anyone else?
I'm in. We're doing it. I mean, you guys do what you want. I gotta see what this is. I gotta see what blood magic is. See how it works. I've got to.
Was Lydia? Can I roll an insight check? Was Lydia like saying that like Arid is just a guard? Was that like the impression that I got from?
No, she's saying her people are just guards.
Her people are.
Her
just
people
guards.
are just
And
guards. Like her Shields of Hakkan are.
see,
They
I
tout themselves around as you know, like we kill vampires and stuff. But actually, they're like kids with sticks. You know what I mean? In her mind, when it comes to like actually facing a higher vampire,
She's like Arid's your guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I mean, Eugene, you would know about higher vampires. You probably would have read about them. You're pretty sure if a higher vampire ever came to Sanguim, all the guards in the world wouldn't stop it.
Right.
So.
I mean, I certainly hope we don't come across one of those higher vampires, but I doubt that'll happen. I mean, right?
This is for you to decide. The reports I got from the squad of soldiers that I sent, mixed. And I do not have time to leave the walls of Sanguim right now. There's been robberies and all sorts of things that I must attend to.
not about to let an old man and one just coming into his own attack us on their own. And I'm mighty curious. Might have something to
Considers
do with
paying
these
work.
break-ins.
I will come along.
Where's
Well, there you have it. Lydia, you've got yourself a force. We'll check into this.
This is good to hear. Well,
What was it you said about an infestation in the mines? I say, turning to Mikhail.
It were at about two folk next to the hearth last night were talking about it, and I caught only this or that.
infestation
Lydia, have you
in the
heard
mines.
anything?
There can only be one mine that they're talking about. It was shut down shortly before the Banded House Smeltery. And it was supposedly infested with creatures. I believe it was purchased, too, that mine, by an outside mining company, or just a company in general. I believe they're called the Mayarel.
The MyRL?
Yeah,
Could you spell that for me?
I can't in a Russian accent, but it's
Yeah, that's fine.
M-I-A-R-E-L-L-E.
Yeah. No.
M-I-A-R-E-L-L-E.
E-L-L-E. Okay. Well, and they're just like some sort of firm.
Yeah. To Lydia's understanding, anyway. They purchased the mine, and it shut down due to monster infestation shortly after.
From Soldanis. Was it the same mine?
No, Soldanis owns the...
That's a different mine, entirely.
Yeah, he never owned a mine. He owned a smeltery.
Just a smeltery.
Just the smeltery,
okay.
where he took
Gotcha.
ore and turned it into usable ingots and wrought
Gotcha,
iron
right.
and stuff like that.
I must have just like taken similarly. Okay, yeah, gotcha.
This mine, I say, turning to Lydia, this outside of your jurisdiction, I suppose?
Yes, but it was of strategic importance to us. It was a source of iron, although not the largest source. There were others to the north in the Deuseb Crags, and those were much more valuable. There's even a silver mine, believe it or not, in the Twisted Crags, but that was many, many years ago, before they became the Twisted Crags. Now it's too dangerous to go there.
Lydia, is there any more ore to be found in this mine, or you said it was given up because of this monster infestation?
I cannot say that I am a miner, but people would not have been so upset about having to abandon a fully functional or depleted mine, no? So I'm imagining that, yes, there probably would be more ore there.
I'm just thinking, if you're interested in perhaps offering a bonus to my friends here, maybe in addition to checking up on this murder, we could clear the mine.
That sounds like the MyRL would be the ones we'd collect from.
No, the Myrel no longer have a representative here in Sanguim. They left
Oh.
because the mine was unsalvageable for many months.
The folks sure could use the work, gents. I know I'm kind of putting you on the spot here, but it just occurred to me, and I think the town could use it.
There is no contract currently for clearing that mine, but if you were to do it, I'm sure someone would pay you.
Or we could give the mine to the people. Let them own it themselves and not involve outside companies.
I sure do like that idea, Mikhail.
I have no opinion on this matter, although I would suggest that these people would have to represent or appoint a representative, because the town requires deeds of ownership and taxes to be paid.
Maybe we could bequeath it to... We're getting ahead of ourselves, but maybe Dorian could do it.
Would you be able to tell us where the mine is if we gave you a map?
Yes, I could do this.
Well, let's settle then. We investigate the smeltery, and then the mines, if possible.
You have your tasks set forth. I will have one of the guard bring you back. She was there. She was the sergeant who headed up the initial investigation of the disturbance over there.
Sounds good.
Any other questions that you have?
I think
don't think-
good.
I'll take
How
that
about
as a no.
present?
Two things. And she pulls a map of Sanguim and the surrounding area out. The smeltery, Banded House Smeltery, is here, and she puts a mark on your map. It's just outside the walls. If you go out the eastern gate to the road to Velitria, and then go north, it's probably about maybe a mile up the road. And she also marks on the map Soldanis' house, in case you have questions for him.
In the mine.
Oh, one more thing I forgot to mention. There was a disturbance at the Leaves of Ilithar several nights ago. Actually, it was the night you met. We all met.
We passed it. Your
Yes.
men would not let us investigate.
I am not surprised. The perpetrator apparently was Soldanis. A fight between him and the owner of the shop.
I had a feeling you were going to say this.
What does that mean?
I do not know. This is why I have hired you.
Let's go find out, shall we?
Yes.
Yes.
And she stands up from the desk, opens the door, walks down the stairs. And downstairs, there's a bit of a commotion. You see a... not necessarily a poor man, but he looks poor. He has ragged clothes. His beard is a little unkept. His shoes, however, you would notice, are very well made, and they seem to be quite sturdy. He has a receding hairline. You would guess he's probably around 40 to 50, and he's a human. And he's speaking with a guard, actually, that, Arid, you recognize as James, the rather irritable jerk of a guard from the carriage tankard inn.
Oh, I remember James.
Why? Why will nobody help me? My wife is missing. She wouldn't just leave. I'm sure she just left you. It's not like you can provide her with a nice life, can you? What? I don't see what that has to do with anything. She wouldn't have just left. She went to get groceries. I tell you, something is wrong. I found her bag. Why would she drop her bag?
Does Arid know this person?
No. Well, actually, roll a history check.
Roll a 6.
A 6. Yeah, no,
Natural
you don't know this person. They're obviously native to Sanguim, because they're here in the barracks asking for help, but you don't know, you've never met them before.
James, why are you always so pleasant?
Who the
I know.
fuck are you? Oh, it's you.
Your voice is just like butter to my ears. And I know you're always on the case and just so useful. You know, I think I heard about a cat being on a roof over yonder. Perhaps that's more up your alley.
I have about 0 patience for you this morning. The town's in shambles, and this man's wife left him. I'm supposed to go hunt down a missing bride.
It sounds like she's missing, and this man is coming to you pleading, and you're just ignoring him. Or I might be
That's
reading the situation
not
wrong.
what we do. And you also recognize Emily, the other Shields of Hakkan from the bar, who was entirely more civil with you, Arid. She just puts her hands on James's shoulder. Now, Mr. Leakey, what was the problem? Thank you. Someone who will listen to me. She went to buy groceries. What groceries we can afford since this town gives us no work anymore. And she vanished. I went to find her an hour later because she hadn't returned. I found her bag on a corner. Okay. I will look into this. I will find someone who will help you. All right? And she just very tactfully and gracefully comforts him. And she takes him by the arm and leads him over to some Shields of Hakkan, who sit down with him. And Emily walks back over to you. Now, it seems I am to lead you on a trip.
Emily, good to see you again. Glad you're here to do right by the people. Give the Shields of Harkan a better name than others.
Some are just young and brash. And she looks at James.
Before we set out anywhere, we were told about a rather gruesome murder. Anybody else been missing lately?
No reports. This is the only report of a missing person I know of.
Just wondering. Could be coincidence or not.
She leans very close and goes, "It's not. His wife is dead. We can't tell him yet because the evidence is still under wraps."
I see. Well, thank you for sharing. I will...
You were hired to investigate. It's my job to give you all the information.
We will, of course, be discreet. Before we leave, though, Mikhail had a good idea. Foresight to speak with Soldanis. We'd like to convene with him and ask him a few questions about whatever relation he might have to what's happening.
If you wish to do it first, I can take you to his house.
Is he under custody since you found him trying to steal from that store?
He wasn't stealing from the store. There was an argument between him and the owner.
Simple fight. I apologize. Yeah, if you could take us, that would be wonderful.
Okay. Follow me, please.
Thank
Should
you.
I come with you? No, I think there's a cat on a roof somewhere. And she exits the door.
Aaron, seeking not to antagonize him further, refrains from further comment, but does smile rather broadly as he follows Emily.
Okay. As she leads you through the streets, we will take a tight 5.
Yeah, let's do it.
All right. Sounds good.
High five.
Back shortly.
All right.
DM, I got a quick question for you.
Mm-hmm.
Is blood magic in Shadows of Arcan the same as necromancy?
No.
Okay.
No.
I was like, I have a few spells.
No.
I might have guessed some.
Necromancy is people are not in love with necromancy because they sort of rightfully see it as disturbing their dead loved ones. But in this world, a lot of bodies are burned anyway. So necromancy is never really seen on a huge scale. It's only ever really used during combat, right? When the bodies have just fallen, a necromancer might raise one to help him or her.
Okay.
Right? But otherwise the bodies are burned to avoid like mass raising of the dead by an arcana storm.
Gotcha. Okay.
Cool.
Makes sense.
Back in
Just wanted to clear that up before I cast my spells.
Fair enough.
Thanks.